Hi, members. I took notes because there's things I want to say. I am going to delete this in 48 hours, God willing, because I don't want anyone, except for the ones that are already subscribed as a member, to hear this. And I just think about if anyone subscribes today or the next 48 hours and they take my private information and share it, I believe as God is most just. So they will be doing a evil thing towards me because I don't want this shared. And I feel like if they just blasted it to the whole world, I feel like God handles that. So what you put out comes back to you, and that'd be pure evil, because these are some of my deepest things that I'm going to talk about. Not even my mother knows. I don't even want my mother to know this stuff. So I'm going to go kind of quick down the list. I don't even know why I have the need to feel to do this, but I do want to provide some kind of value. I don't know what value to do, but it's not even just for that. I don't know why I want to do this, you guys, but I'm just doing it. If it's too long for you to sit here and watch it, pause it. Not pause it, like stop and come back later if you like, but just know it's going to be gone in 48 hours, okay? So first, it's my birthday. I'm excited. I plan to do things different in my 46s. I want to, right now it's still about my children, sort of, so I want to build my money. It's about money this year. I need to build my money. I need to get out of the hole, because by the time my kids are all graduated high school is when I want it to be about me. My youngest son is a sophomore in high school, so I have about 2.5 years to make that happen. I want to get money, you guys, okay? And I know how to do it. I'm just not focused. I'm not focused. I don't follow through, and my days are not planned properly. That's what I'm going to work on, God willing. Okay, let's see. Number 2, I want to channel the energy and the motivation and the discipline and focus of David Goggins, Eric Thomas, and Alex Hormozi. Those are 3 of my favorite motivational people. Please share if you have any just favorites, or how do you find your discipline and your focus, or does it come naturally? Like, I'd really love to hear your feedback. I really would like to hear any topics you guys want to hear from me on these private videos, because I don't know what to really say, except like I'm going to show you guys what I eat for my birthday, but I'm just telling you now, it's going to be the exact same dessert I had from Cheesecake Factory last time. It's going to be 2 cakes and 2 ice creams. I don't know why I want that, and I don't know why I can't feel satisfied with one, but that's what I'm doing today. I'm okay with it. I haven't had sugar or fast food in 12 days, and today's my birthday. I don't care. That's what I'm doing. That is what it is. Let me see. I want to write affirmations. I need to write. Oh, I have the paper. I was like, I need to write this stuff down. I have the paper. Because I love to say stuff and then don't follow through. I want to follow through. I want to read affirmations. Someone talked about, what you're doing, does it align with your morals and values? Heck no. What I'm doing does not align, and I need to like beat it into my head. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about, also I'm going to work on modesty and prayers. You guys, I'm not modest. I'm not modest in speech. I'm not modest around guys. My prayers are not timely. It's really something I need to focus on. I put other things on top of the priority of God, and really, God is number 1. And I am not wanting to live for this life. I want to live for the next life, which is the infinite, forever. Like, I really want that. And I'm doing terrible to my standards, okay? Anyway, now we're going to talk about, I don't know, I think a lot of you have been watching me for a long time, and I've told you, I don't even like to say this medical issue that I have. I've told you guys, I have other medical issues that I haven't even told you about. Well, you guys, I have herpes, okay? Yes. I have that, a sexually transmitted disease. It's not funny. I've had it for probably, I don't even know who gave it to me, but I've had it for at least 19. My son's 19. I've had it at least 21 years. Okay, I don't know who gave it to me. But it is what it is. I have it. So now you might understand how it's harder for me to find a husband. 1, I'm Muslim. 2, I'm fat. 3, I'm older. 4, I have 4 kids, and 5, I have that medical issue. I don't even like to say the word. That's why the last man I dated at Amazon, Shai Sarai, this video's for you because you wanted to hear more of the dating stuff. You're going to hear it today. The guy at Amazon, the security guy that liked me, the Muslim, he couldn't handle that. He couldn't deal with that. And he was scared. And he said the word every single day. Okay, he's Muslim. We was so cool, but he can't handle that. And that's fine. That's understandable. But the funny thing about it is there's a man that I met at my shop 12, 14 years ago. Well, I've only been there 13 years. Like 12 or 13 years ago that he didn't want to date me. He was way younger too. He didn't want to date me or be with me or marry me or none of that because of that too. Guess what happened to him? He got it many years later. I just find that weird and crazy, but a lot of people have this, whether it's oral or genital. So I don't feel embarrassed, but I don't want my kids or my mother to know. I don't know why. I just don't want that, which is why I'm deleting this in 48 hours. And there's another thing that my mother doesn't know that happened to me as a child that I don't know why. I just don't want her to know. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the new Muslim guy I was just talking to. You guys, I was supposed to go meet him in person this week. He's extremely sexual, which is not really a problem for me, but we're Muslim. So I feel like if I'm dating someone or getting to know someone that's non-Muslim, it's a different standard because we're supposed to be practicing our religion. You know, I'm trying to find a person, and I'm not talking like other people. I'm just talking about my situation as a Muslim. Okay. I hold you to a higher regard, a higher standard. You should not be wanting to show me pictures. You should not be wanting to do X, Y, Z. This dude, I could see him as my best friend. My best friend is my ex-husband. Well, the best relationship I ever had was my ex-husband that's in jail for 27 years because he's evil. But our friendship was amazing. I've never dated or met someone that had such a good vibe with me besides this new Muslim guy, but I feel like all he wants is sex. So I said, if we did do something, I'm not telling you guys if I did, was going to or wasn't going to, but I told him, about my medical issue, and he was like, that's okay. And he was like zero scared of that, which is good for me. And then, but I'm looking for a forever partner, you guys. I want a husband, but I could date. Yes, I kind of do date. But as soon as I see there won't be a future, I stop it, okay? Because that's not what I want. I don't want temporary, and I want my person. And this is not the top of my priority list, you guys. It's just that one thing I feel that's missing. I don't feel sad of how much money I have. I don't feel sad about my weight. I don't feel sad about any of these things that I live in the hood. I don't even feel sad that I don't have a man, but I'm a companion type person. I'm very affectionate. I want to cuddle up with my dude in the bed. I want to go do things with him. I don't want anything. I don't want to go out to dinner with a friend or family today. I want to be away on a trip with my guy. And that's what was going to happen with the new Muslim guy. But I said, if we did something, can we use condoms? And his face dropped because we've been doing hours of FaceTime. His face dropped like I just said the worst thing. And I'm like, and then I was like, I don't know what you're doing. And he's like, I don't know what you're doing. I was like, he said, you know what this man said? I've just been dealing with the same two people. I was like, oh, okay. And then you guys, I was still going to go out with him. And then I hung up the phone and I was like, I am not this person. That is scandalous. That's crazy. You're telling me you're done with other people. You're telling me if we did something that you would not be protected. Like, wow. I cut that off, you guys. That cut off, I think, on Thursday or Friday. That is over, and it's sad because he was so cool, so attractive. You guys, his muscles were gigantic, and I'm not even freaking joking or exaggerating. Like, he was just physically it, but he also smokes, he drinks, and he has these two lady friends. I don't know. I think a lot of men do have a sexual partner. I don't even get into it, what it was, but he said they know about each other. He didn't act like they were his women, but that's neither here nor there. That's over, and I'm past that. Okay. So I have another toxic friend that I've had for years, and he's always a comfort when I'm trying to date and find someone and it doesn't work out. I call him, I chill with him, and we used to be so cool. Well, long story short, I wanted to spend time with him this weekend, but he said he has a son, and he treats me like pure crap. But I just love him to death, okay? And we were boyfriend and girlfriend for 1 or 2 days, maybe 3 years ago, but we've known each other for many years. That story in itself would be an hour. I'm not going to go into, you guys. All I can tell you is he's going to be deleted and blocked today at midnight at 11:59 if he does not say happy birthday to me. And even if he does, I'm going to, once he says happy birthday, I'm going to delete his stuff and not block him, because I don't know why I can't bring myself to block him, but I might, because I posted a video on my timeline. I'll probably block him. I don't need that in my life. So depending on what he says, no, I'm blocking him tonight. Forget it, you guys. No matter what he does or says, I'm still blocking him, okay? So that's gonna happen. So I'm clean slate. Guess what happened? There's a website for people with positive, like, STDs, okay? There's millions of people on that site. I met a new guy, you guys. Right after I got rid of those two guys, I met a brand new guy. This is crazy. I don't know if any of you guys are single. I know at least one of you has your man or husband. But you guys, I wish some single people are here, because you could get rid of a situation and then the next moment you meet someone else that is way better than the two that you got rid of. So I met a new guy on the site for people with my issue or any issue, transmittal issue. He's way too young. He's 31. He lives in Georgia. Oh my gosh, we've talked so many hours only in the website. I like this dude so much, but of course there's a problem. He's not Muslim. He's not Christian. His thoughts on God is so far from mine. Oh my gosh, I have to not talk to him, but he came at the right time to get my mind off of those two, because those two are people that I would have loved to spend my life with. And the toxic one that I got rid of, he's not Muslim either, but he does believe in a God. And that's number one to me. As long as you believe in one creator with no partners, it's not okay for Muslims that look at me crazy, but it's kind of okay for me, but I'd rather Muslim, okay? That's why I was clinging to that overly sexual dude. Anyway, so we were talking and I was telling him this is probably not going to work. And I'm like the queen of cutting people off, because I just want it to be compatible. I want us both to be happy, not just you. Okay, so I told him we had so many hours of talks, but he was like, can you just... he was like, think positive, blah, blah, blah. He said all kinds of stuff, you guys. So we were good all the way till this morning when... No, we were good all the way till this morning, and we talked, and he brought it up again. I don't even want to talk about the God thing. We're going to keep talking. I'm cooperating. He said, can you just cooperate? I really feel his vibe too. I haven't saw him on the FaceTime or transferred to the phone. But long story short, I feel like he ghosted me this afternoon after he's asking me to give it a chance. He was like, I'm special, unique. You guys, I'm not gullible. I'm really not gullible. I'm not like exaggerating this. I've been on this online dating scene for years, and I could probably give you guys a story every week on here, but one of them is my subscriber. I love him to death. I even met one of my YouTubers on here, and we spoke for 8 months, and then he played me. He had a channel on here. But anyway, and he's happily married now. I've met two amazing guys online. Neither of them have my medical issue. Anyway, so let's see. Now I took notes. Okay. New young one, the religious problem. Okay, so what I told him is, I don't even know if I told him or the Muslim one. I don't want to be fornicating and sinning when I could get married and be earning good deeds. For a Muslim, every time you're pleasing your mate, him, me, you, him, like vice versa, you're earning good deeds, because that's your spouse. That's, you're supposed to love them and treat them good, make them feel good, do things for them. So I could be married and be just piling up my good deeds, or I could be sinning and piling on my bad deeds. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth the sex, the money, the good looks, the attention, the time. It's not worth it, okay? So the last dude that I just cut off, I think the sex would have been great. But what else is there? You're over there, you're there with who knows who, just two people you're just sleeping with. I don't want that. And the encounter would have been probably fun, but it's not worth that sin I'm getting. And he just made me so mad. It's not worth any of this, you guys. This new guy, he is freaking awesome, but it's only been 2 days. But I feel like he ghosted me because I texted him earlier and he's not texting me. And I told him my pet peeves is treating people wrong or ignoring and all that. And I don't know what's happening with that, but I told him I give him till 11:59 to come, to respond. And it's going to go based on that. I'm not ready to give him up. I really like him. I'm going to pray hard that Allah guides him to Islam because anything's possible. He says anything's possible too, but I don't think it's possible that I won't believe how I believe. I told him I might be, if I did end up with him, I would be, he wants a forever person and so do I. If I ended up with him, I'd be sinning every day. I would be happy and in love. He could be the best love of my life, but I'm going to be broken inside because all I'm doing is sinning and it's embarrassing. I wouldn't even want anyone to know about that relationship. But I do want a man that's going to be on my channel with me. The dude eats OMAD too. I thought that was cool. And he has locks. I've never dated a man with locks. And yeah, I like that, but we'll see. I cannot take ignoring. If you ignore me, I can't take it. If you ghost me, that is so disrespectful. Ignoring is so disrespectful, and I don't like it. But I'm being patient because I don't know what could have happened. But I saw him online, and we both fell asleep online last night. So, but I don't think he fell asleep again. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, yeah, I told him I'm choosing between, I feel like I'm choosing between him and God. He said, no, that's not it. But I can still date him or be with him. He could be my boyfriend, my husband. It wouldn't be recognized Islamically, I don't think. I could still make it to paradise according to my belief, but I might spend some time in hellfire. I know you guys don't believe what I believe. I'm just telling you this is how I see it and this is what I believe. Or God could forgive me because I'm trying to be a good person and maybe for a Muslim, just one good deed could get you paradise. So maybe I do this scandalous stuff and I'm over here trying to do good deeds. You know, I'm trying to be a good person and I can still get a pass, but I don't know. That's the difference between Christianity and Islam. We don't have that like comfort knowing we're getting paradise. And I used to be Christian and I know the difference and people don't see it as enticing as to have that feeling, but that's how I feel. That's what I believe. And I love my religion. Okay. Even though I'm being not a great one, obviously. Okay. But I want to be married, you guys. I want to do right. Just like I don't want to be fat. Okay. And I do have addictive personality. If I'm talking to you and I like you, I want all of you. And yeah, I could be a little much and I could get toxic. Yes, I can. But I'm transparent with everything. There's no guessing with me. Okay. Good person, but major belief difference. Okay, I think he's awesome. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to talk about is trauma, that people think this might be the reason why, you know, everyone has a trauma. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, I hope nobody else joins today or tomorrow because a few people know this, but my mother does not. So my mother was a single mother and she worked a lot. Anyway, all of us had babysitters. So I was left with a babysitter, a female, and her boyfriend added me to their sexual activity. Not like penetration or anything. This is too much information, you guys. I don't know why I'm saying all this. I just want to. But not penetration, but I was definitely involved in their sexual activity. I only remember once in my age range. I don't know, but I'm guessing between 4 and 9. Yes, it's that wide because I don't know. I've lived a lot of places, you guys, okay, because my mother struggled and friends or family helped, but that's when I lived in Dodge City, Kansas, and I had that babysitter who did that. I never told my mother. I don't know how old I was. So guess what happened again, you guys? And I don't feel any bad thing. I don't know if because that happened, I'm extra sexual. I don't know if that's the reason. So it's even harder for me not to be with the dude, or if I do get with the dude, it's hard for me to leave him alone. I don't know if that's part of it. And I know some of you guys might be like, oh, she needs therapy. I really don't feel like it affected me in a bad way. I just really don't. So that was one time. And then the other time was I lived in Kansas City and I was living with a friend of my mother. I lived with her a few years. She's like my second mother. And at a babysitter's house. You guys, I'm going to tell you the whole exact story. And again, I got to keep saying it because I don't have a clue why I'm saying this on YouTube. But I was at the babysitter's house. And if my kids and mother and clients weren't on my channel, I wouldn't have a problem saying this on my channel. But they're there. So I was at the babysitter's house. And I was in the room where her son watching a cartoon or TV or something. And he had me on his lap and he was like fondling me. And we were in the room by ourselves. I'm guessing he was probably around the 12 years old age range. And I think I was in the 5-year-old range. But again, I don't know. It could have been probably or a year younger or 2 years older, somewhere in that range, but I think I was 5 or 6. And I remember this. I remember the 3 trauma times of my life. The other trauma wasn't, I'm not even going to talk about that, but it wasn't sexually related. But so you guys, I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to say what I'm saying and to just upload it. So his mother said, Mika, do you want ice cream? You guys, this is so embarrassing. I liked what he was doing to me that I said no to the ice cream so he could keep doing what he was doing. I never told, and the lady's daughter went there many years later. She's 7 years younger than me, and I always wondered what could have happened, but I never told. I was a kid, and it's crazy. That's all I can say. It's crazy. So that's the only trauma I really kind of had, but I don't even consider it trauma because I didn't dislike it, but it was molestation. So I just wanted to share those things. Going to a counselor, I don't even think I would tell them that because I really don't feel any kind of way with that. And I think also, I think I get some kind of weird, overly sexual thing from my mother. Like, I don't know. I wish I could delete that out in case she watched it, but I know she's a sexual person too. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I know I could conquer whatever's in my mind, whatever's going on, this weight. I could conquer anything I set my mind to. I think we all can. And that's really what I care about most on my channel is believing in myself, believing in others. And let me see if that's everything I wanted to say today. Yeah, I pray I get a man, but that's not the biggest problem. I'll never forget, one of my clients said, she doesn't understand. I said this before on my channel a while ago. She doesn't understand women like me that cry over men when that's not your happiness. Your happiness is living in your purpose. And that's what I believe. Like helping others or helping the earth in some kind of way is living your purpose. And I feel like if I get to my goal weight, I'm going to help people that feel like they never can, or there's people that might have trauma, real trauma, or worse trauma, or low self-esteem. I want to pump them up. I want to get to my goal weight. I want to coach. I want to be accountability coach for money. I want to get my money right. I will have a sad story of struggling all these years to lose the weight. I'll have a sad struggle story. I've been in this hood apartment since my son was 4 months old. He's about to be 16 in 2 weeks. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I'm going to talk about really quick. My brother died. Okay, he left me $50,000. That was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. He left each of my kids $10,000. This is a brother of my father that I never met. I never had one piece of love towards anyone on my father's side because I didn't know him. My father had 10, I don't know, people say this is your trauma too. Daddy issues. Possible, but I just think I'm fine because I have my religion and I know how this life is. It's a test. And I don't know. I don't know what a father feels like, but I don't feel like this is a problem for my food. You guys, please don't tell me if you think it's a problem, okay? If you think it's a problem and I need a psychiatrist for all of these things I'm saying, please don't tell me that because it's my birthday and I don't want to hear that. I do respect your opinions, but I just don't see that, okay? I will go to the therapist if I binge crazy again for like 2 days. Okay, I will do that, God willing. So he left that money. I sat it there so long. Oh yeah, so I met my brother and my 2 sisters when I was 18. They lived 3 hours from here. He died. He tried to make up for his father being a deadbeat to me. Never met my father. He cheated on his wife and had me. He cheated on his wife again and had my brother. Plus he has 3 kids from his wife. Bigger, longer story. I'm not going to talk about it. I should talk about it now. Because I'm going to delete this and not talk about these things ever again because my mother is so supportive. She probably subscribe and be a member. But he had my sister while married, then me, then his son from his wife, and then his son from my mother. Okay, but he doesn't claim my son because of course he's married. That's admitting that you just cheated all this time or all over again because we're 2 years apart. So the wife said, you will not have anything to do with those kids. So this man made my mother raise me and my brother by myself. I don't know what he looks like. The only thing I have from him is my gap teeth. Okay, so that's a reason why I like my Gap, because at least I have something from my father. I don't know his height. I don't know what he died of. I don't know what his voice sounds like. I wasn't invited to the funeral. I didn't get anything left to me when he died, and he owned properties and a business. Okay, so yeah, I used to have bitterness towards that, but it is what it is, whatever. It could have been worse. He could have been in my life molesting me or something, or beating on my mother every day. So my mother did an excellent job, on her own. I'm good with that. And unfortunately, now my kids don't have their father because he's evil in jail for 27 years. So, but we're still, nothing I've said in this video is a real problem, you guys. I really believe it's not, because there's people not only in the Middle East, not in Gaza. Oh my gosh, let me not say that. They're going to flag my video. Not just those people, just people all over the world going through way worse. Even people in America, women being beat or raped, like, not even that, just kids being abused mentally, physically. There's so many things that I feel blessed. I don't feel like I have any real problems. I really don't, because all of my problems, besides the man, I could put in the work and get those fixed. Even the man, if I got all these A to Z fixed, I think the man would just walk straight into my life and be there. But anyway, I need to know if you made it all the way to the end, and I hope, you enjoyed all this juicy, exclusive information. I spent all the money. I forgot to say that. I spent all the money, but before I touched it, it took many months to touch it because I was nervous. I wanted to honor my brother. He's about business. He's about family. I wanted to take the money and multiply it. You guys, this is a character flaw that you will see I had. I don't know why I did it, but the money left. I didn't buy jewelry. I didn't do anything frivolous. I did investments that went bad. Now I have to come find the money back for my kids. That's the biggest part. I did buy them things with their money, and I didn't spend all their money, but I have some in stocks. I don't want to sell my stocks. I have enough to pay one back, okay? Which will be Aaron first because he needs a car, but I don't want to sell my stocks. So I'm in a very hard money situation because I owe that to them. And even the new Muslim guy I talked to, I told him, because he acted like he had money problems. So I was like, I know he's not trying to get money from me. So I told him about my money problems. He was like, he looked at me in disgust, just like with the condom thing. And he was like, I was like, why are you looking at me like that? He was like, because I couldn't trust you with my stuff. That was a good eye-opener, you guys. I could have met him just for that lesson of you're not trying hard enough to get back this money that you spent. So I hope you guys don't think less of me, because I take accountability for everything I do, and I just made bad decisions, and as I started to spend it, it just spent and left. So I have to work on that, and it's a mistake. That's probably one of the, I don't know a bigger mistake that I've done, but I'm not crying about that. And I don't feel that bad. I feel terrible, but I know I'm going to make it right. And I know that I can't do anything about spilled milk. So yeah, there was a lot in this. Thank you for watching.